Well, tonight, an update to our story about a disabled veteran who was beaten, robbed, and forced out of his home.
Our Grace White has been following Joe Witten's case for months, and tonight she's sitting down with the director at the VA to learn about benefits Mr. Witten and other veterans are eligible for, but may not realize they qualify.
At the Houston Regional VA office, Robert Worley is the executive director who oversees the team that looked at Joe Witten's case.
Well, we were pleased to be able to look at his benefits case and help out.
After KHOU 11 News first aired Witten's story about being beaten, robbed, and forced out of his Tomball home, then in danger of losing his VA housing, the VA found an error in his file dating back to the 90s and awarded him tens of thousands of dollars.
How do you make sure errors don't continue to happen?
What we do is we do call error analysis. So we look at the errors and the kinds of errors that are committed by our folks. And if there's a trend, then we roll out training.
Worley told us they started looking at Witten's case because of our coverage.
Well, we were asked to look into his case by our colleagues over at DeBakey Medical Center, just as part of the reporting that you've been doing. So.
Through our reporting, we learned Witten was also eligible for the PACT Act, which provides new benefits for exposure to toxic substances during service. And like Witten, veterans may not even realize they're eligible.
It's fair to say that perhaps it's the largest expansion of VA care and benefits in VA history.
When I applied for the PACT Act, it was pretty easy.
Jason Wise is an Army veteran who served in Iraq. He now works for Combined Arms, helping connect veterans to resources.
Why don't you think more veterans are taking advantage of this?
Some of them, it's tough for them to do it online. And some organizations, they're just not out and about as far as with the information.
And that's now a focus at the VA. If veterans sign up during the first year, they're eligible for benefits retroactively to when the law was signed, which is coming up on August 10th.
So that's why we're trying to get the word out, and we thank you and KHOU for helping us get the word out to veterans in the greater Houston area.
There's actually going to be an event next month on July 13th at the Tomball VA Clinic. Veterans can get more information there on the PACT Act.
All right, so Mr. Witten, the guy you've been following all this time, what about his case and PACT Act money?
Well, I asked the director today. He said they are still working on it, something, Lynn, we will stay on top of.
All right, great work. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you, Grace.